Hi there, Red here again, talking about influences and more specifically about my parents. Like many of us, as I've talked about before, my parents have been a tremendous influence in my life. And I'm very appreciative for many of the things that they've done for me. Even if they didn't intend to do it for me, I certainly benefited from being around and the decisions they made and just the kind of people they were to show me, um, how to behave in this world. I'd say the two things I'd like to cover today, um, were travel. I mean, one of the things that I think is really unique and interesting about my parents, both of whom were born and raised on rural northern Illinois farms, and they ended up seeing the world. In fact, they're touring the Adriatic as I speak right now on their anniversary, 63rd anniversary. And happy anniversary, Mom and Dad. Certainly have earned that trip. But they've traveled extensively throughout their adult life, even as they really didn't have much of an opportunity when they were younger and as they were growing up. But, my father went into the Navy as his brothers did before him. And when he came out, the GI Bill allowed him to go to the local college, Beloit College, and discover geology, which brought him, all over the world. And his natural curiosity worked really, really well, both with geology and with travel. And my mother, married to him, has gone with him everywhere they've gone. She's been up at 13,000 feet above sea level in the Andes Mountains in an exploration camp because that's where her husband was. And so the kind of travel that they've done, and that I joined them on as a family. We moved around a lot when I was younger, and it really just exposed me to a lot of things in the world and just underscored, I think, for me how similar people are and what they want to do and what they appreciate and what they value. And it's certainly something that I've taken forward. The other thing I think my parents have given me is, and maybe sometimes to my detriment, is a sense of, well, let's say the opposite of an inflated worth. My parents are very authentic for the most part. A little bit of pretension here and there from my mom, but not much. They always grew up telling us, hey, we're no better than anybody else, and they acted like it. And, I think that grounding, that sense that, again, we're all the same, there's nothing that's particularly special about you. And again, I think this cuts a couple of different ways, but I think on balance, it's probably a good thing to feel like, that I'm the same. I feel a great kinship and association with other people, largely because I do believe what I learned from my parents is that we're all the same, and there is no better person out there, and certainly it isn't me. So there's a couple of things I think that my parents have really instilled in me through their actions and through their travels, and just the way that parents instill values in their children always. So thanks, Mom and Dad.